Montserrat. Let's see how those people actually doing. It's a small island. It's gonna be an interesting thing here because they have some exclusion zone because of this volcano. So yeah, first look at the numbers and then we're gonna see how those people actually live. If you like this type of content, considering subscribing, liking the videos, and leaving a comment. And if you know somebody that might enjoy it, please share it with them. So now, Montserrat. Very few people, as you can see, a lot of them they're living probably because of that volcano. But right now there are around 4,300 people living in this place. They can see they kind of stabilize the population at some point. We're gonna see in a minute. 1955, 12,500 people living in this island, which is pretty interesting. With the population of going down 0.72%, that'll be like 92 people on minus, and migration minus 291. Median age back then 18 years old. Fertility rate a bit nonsense, 4.9, and urban population around 18%. Now fast forward to 2025, look at this. Population go down tremendously, like by the factor of 3, I would say. Now it's 4,300 people in this place, with still going down with 0.7 population minus, declining. That will be roughly like 30 people, and median age around median age migration -9, and median age now around 42 years old, so much older. Fertility rate much more manageable, 1.4, 1.5, and urban population 11%. They go down. In 2050, they see the population is going to go even further down, like 3,600 people, minus 0.5% decrease in population, minus 20 people overall, minus 1 people migration, and median age around 45 years old. Fertility rate stable at 1.5, and urban population around 20%. Very interesting. See, they have this exclusion zone right here because of those volcanoes. It will be interesting to see how the place looking like that when they see dropping in population, 3 times dropping in population. That would be actually pretty interesting to see. It's sovereign state, it's United Kingdom. If you didn't know that, yeah, they speak English. Yeah, obviously. Let's see the GDP, how they going. GDP nominal in 2019, before pandemic, was 181 million US dollars, which is not that bad at all, I would say. PPP around 63 million. Ooh, that's expensive. This is 2814, okay, but still. And per capita is like in 2014, it's like 12,000 US dollars, so not that much. We're gonna see how that is gonna translate. Yeah, you have some image here. Look at the volcano eruption. Not that a big picture, but yeah, pretty interesting to see. Let's go now how those people actually live, and go with the street views. Look at the mountains, look at the island. If you want to see in 3D, this is how we're talking about. This is the volcano right there, and that probably right there, it's an exclusion zone. Let's go on the side first. Let's go in that exclusion zone. Let's see how much we can see of that. Yeah, volcano pretty much active. This is March 2025, very recently. So yeah, things are not going well there, let's say. And most likely it's gonna be like that for a while. So yeah, I don't think you're gonna see people going back here pretty soon. So yeah, things are staying like that for a while. This is look like was an expensive house or a bar or something like that at some point. Now they're still having some trips here, I would say, but clearly this part of the island definitely got abandoned, and yeah, I don't think they're gonna return there pretty soon. This one, this building, again the same story. They got abandoned them. Look at this, just they have rust there. I don't think again it's gonna see life here pretty soon. Just the nature kind of take back the land, as you can see. Yeah, people seems to like those abandoned places. Just make trips now and there. Pretty good, I would say. And you can see a lot of construction get just pretty much demolished by nature. They have some sort of a road here. Again, the quality of those 3.6, even though it's just from a year now, it's not extremely amazing. That's a nice church. At some point it was. You can see from the above. Look at this. All those construction are just gone. There's nothing there. So yeah, that's why they have the exclusion. So probably you cannot build. You can visit it, obviously, some areas. But yeah, look at this from above. All of those got pretty much, like I said, demolished by nature. And It looks like an abandoned. This is what's happened if, let's say, if humanity goes very wrong. This is the image that we're gonna see. Now they have some new construction. Maybe it's outside the area, but I'm not sure exactly where this area begins or ends. We have here on the map where exactly it is, but yeah, we don't see it that because this warning zone 5 entry beyond this point is strictly prohibited. Yeah, I think like a lot of people just going there. All right. Personnel found in the zone without permission will be prosecuted. What the fuck? If somebody wants to go there, fine. I don't see the problem. You're doing it on your own risk. You don't get prosecuted because you want to go there. I think that's stupid. Just, yeah, you want to go there, fine, go there, but it's on your responsibility. You know, that's not gonna blame anyone else if you can die there. It's your choice. See, that's the problem with the government. In those days, they think they have too much power, and they think they can tell you what to do and not to do, even though we don't affect anyone else, just yourself. That's very stupid in my opinion. And of course it's British, so yeah, you kind of like that. Oh yeah, clearly this is gonna be the exclusion zone. Also you can see where the the lava, I think they call it, goes in the ocean. Again, probably those exclusion zones. They kind of throw out that sign. It was stupid in the first place. Yeah, they have people walking there, just want to explore. That's a human nature. You want to explore those things. It's forbidden, fine, I want to explore it. I want to see what is there. Maybe you lied to me, I don't know. Clear here is not the exclusion zone, so they have new constructions or decent one. They see the mountains there. Probably it's about to erupt, I don't know, any day, who knows. That's why they still very, very, let's say, volatile area. You don't know exactly what's gonna be there, so yeah, that's why they play. But again, I get it, you don't want to let anyone build in house there, but if somebody wants to go there to explore it, I think they should do it. You do it on your own risk, fine, but you should not get prosecuted because you want to go there to explore the island. That's so stupid. But yeah, I guess we are not that mature, I guess, as a species to understand that if somebody wants to do that on their own risk, they should be allowed to do it. Those are rich areas, 100%. We don't have 360 or street views here, but I can see it from above. Look at this, every single one of those new constructions, pools, and they're pretty close to exclusion area, so they got lucky, I would say. They didn't got extended much further than that. Otherwise, pretty good, pretty decent. Looks nice again. Yeah, that mountain's just bubbling up there, but still. A lot of people leaving the island, as we could saw. Yeah, here again, rich neighborhoods, they're gonna do well. They have a nice beach. This mountain, whatever it is, doesn't seem it's gonna be that it's not gonna stay that much standing. Probably at some point they're gonna fall off in the sea. Yeah, otherwise this is 2018, looking pretty nice. I like it. The beach, houses here again on the rich side, pretty nice, pretty good. Again on the hills, as always, these ones. The other ones pretty on the flat line, but still pretty good. Let's face it, it's not gonna take something from them. Yeah, nice pools here. That house in the back, not so great, and I think it's a bit too close to each other, but they have some nice vegetation in front here. Those glass tables, I don't like it. Those chairs are very comfortable. Those glass tables, just no. I like those ceramic one with a pattern, a model on them. That looks much more bourgeoisie, I would say. What else can we find here? We have the forest. Okay, let's see. They have a lot of land, so they can explore, and with the population going down tremendously high, fast. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have a problem with lands. They have a problem with the attitude that they have with that. You know, you get persecuted if you go in that area. That's probably the other pulls people out of those places when you don't have the freedom that you want. Otherwise seems to do, yeah, they have the sign here in the middle of nowhere. That's pretty good. And the tire, I don't know how they got there, but fine. Otherwise it looks pretty nice. We have even some street views. Okay, yeah, that's an abandoned car, not exactly a great place. Roads pretty decent. Yeah, it's an island, not that many people. Again, not sure exactly. The economy seems to do pretty decent for whatever they experience here. Yeah, it could be much worse, so pretty decent, I would say, numbers, especially if you live with the volcano right next to you and you have like half of the island pretty much in the exclusion, more than half of the island in exclusion zone. So yeah, you can use half of the island land for nothing. You're doing pretty well. You're doing pretty well. Again, the problem is the attitude of the government with that. You can't go there because it's if you go there, we're gonna take your money or put you in jail. That's why probably it's a source of income for them. Put those signs that you can go outside the house. You can if you do that, we're gonna take your money and your freedom. So yeah, probably the government likes that. We see that in the pandemic, how they react to it. So yeah, and people were way too stupid, so they kind of complain with that. Just the way it is with the human nature. Yeah, those blurry images doesn't look that well to me. Otherwise, the land is pretty nice. I mean, it's a volatile land. It's not gonna be. Probably those are new constructions, houses that they made when they relocate those people from the other side of the island. But yeah, this is definitely rich neighborhood. As you can see how nice vegetation they have. They have pools. They have pretty much everyone's dreams, I would say. Oh, we have from the underwater images. That's nice. That's looking pretty well. Have some nice vegetation, the nice wildlife here in the sea, in the ocean. Pretty good, pretty good. What else can we find here in the northern part of the island? Well, not that many street views, which is kind of a shame with such a big event. I assume that, it's going to be a lot of people just want to go there and see how easy it is. But clearly it's not the case. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one that actually want to explore those dangerous places. Just make it much more intriguing, in my opinion. What else can we find? This is a harbor for I don't know, shipping containers, all that stuff that they need. This is a nice bar, I would say. Yeah, pretty good. Here I saw a nice beach. Yeah, this one. Let's check them. It looks remote and nice. Yeah, that's my kind of the beach. Pretty well. They have that dark sand, that volcanic sand or ashes, whatever it is, scrambled with the sand. So yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. Just that sign there kind of turns me off with that. You're gonna get prosecuted if you go there. And such a stupid attitude that they have. Hopefully we're gonna end up these fucked up governments that they just think they know better for us. Think you should now go there. We know better than you. That stupid stuff. But yeah, otherwise it's pretty decent island, I would say. Again, when they have like more than half of the island, you cannot build, you cannot use it, you cannot do anything on that. It's still pretty good. You can imagine if they have the entire island. Yeah, it was much better. It happens to be a British island on the British side. It's just the way it is. But yeah, I think they should actually maximize this volcano and actually make much more interesting tourism here, not just forbidding there, but I mean they don't see the opportunities in disasters, let's call it like that. I see them, and I will pay, let's say, money to see real danger with my eyes and experience on my skin. Yeah, I am willing to take that risk, but clearly those governments, they think they know better, and you should not go outside unless they tell you so. So yeah, or they allow you. Yeah, clearly a lot of people, they just lose their homes here, and those land, who knows how much is gonna stay like that, unexplored, unused. It is what it is. But you can see the nature claims back the land. It doesn't matter if you have like, I don't know, 100 years of no humanity whatsoever. Probably you're gonna end up with things like that. And if you have 1,000 years, just like for very few things, you can actually stand. So yeah, who knows, maybe after 10,000 years you don't even know the human even existed. Maybe they just have like pyramids still standing up and other stuff that they shows that they can stand the test of time, but even those at some point they're gonna go down, especially if you have some natural disasters like earthquakes or climate change. This one is pretty interesting one, I would say. But climate change over 10,000 of years, not from 10 years, from thousands of years. It's a huge difference. Not the one that they sell you right now, just, you're gonna die tomorrow. No, it's not even close to that. Yeah, Montserrat is pretty good, I would say. Kind of like it. Again, I like that danger there. Pretty interesting to me, but fortunately you cannot go there unless you have a permit, and most likely you're gonna have to pay for that permit because it's another way to make some money. And keep in mind, the government, it means nothing without people. So nothing without the people in the government, nothing without the people that they govern. So yeah, like I say, hopefully with time we're gonna start moving away from those nonsense that safety above everything, and actually start exploring the world the way that we want it. So yeah, pretty interesting days, I would say, but otherwise looking pretty well. Definitely, again, like we saw some rich areas, not so rich here. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly if those volcano they got affected, the rich area got affected, but it doesn't seem to have that many construction there in the first place, at least not now. Maybe there were a few right here on those volcanic paths. I know, like those lava paths took to the ocean, but I'm not sure exactly. This one, it could be some locals area here at some point. Clearly we saw those that they got abandoned. Yeah, you can see it right here. Not sure exactly how rich they used to be, but judging by the space between them, now the vegetation, they grew, so I'm not can judge about that from that, but could be some rich areas there too, you know. If they have a house that close here to this lava, and those one clearly they got affected, most likely there was others here in this region when they pretty much got you know, annihilated. They just disappeared completely. Some of them they got, you know, spare, but clearly the forbidden area now is just those. Looks like they have a pool here, maybe, or they just, so maybe they were actually rich area, they got affected, they lose their homes here. But yeah, I guess, you know, it is what it is. It's pretty interesting to see. So definitely there were a lot of homes here, they just got washed away by the lava. A lot of places here. So yeah, pretty interesting island. I don't think we see a disaster that much on the island. We see some hurricanes on the other islands, but this one, it's pretty interesting because actually we can see them how it used to be. We can see the houses that used to be there and what's left of them. So yeah, pretty interesting, I would say. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, check the other videos that I make on this channel if you are interested in this type of content, and see you next time.